What's going on, guys? Man, what's happening? How's everybody doing? Y'all doing good? How's your mama now? They doing good? Look, uh, it is unfortunately, without a doubt, we are still in the QB controversy in Athens, Georgia. Look, guys, I don't know what the problem is with Kirby Smart, the QB coach, Ty Monken. I don't know what's going on in Athens right now with the QBs, but from what I can tell, is we need JT Daniels for the playoffs. It's just plain and simple. It's just plain as day. I've said it before in a video I made a while back. I said Stetson Bennett can beat Kentucky, Tennessee, Missouri, Auburn, Vandy, whatever. I mean, Stetson Bennett can beat those teams. He can go 12-0 in the SEC. He went 9-0 this year. JT was 3-0 on the games he started. So Stetson went 9-0. And he really played. JT had Clemson. JT started Clemson, South Carolina, and Vandy. He came out in the first quarter against Vandy because we were up 35-0 in the first quarter. And so Stetson played, I think, the second, a little bit of third, and Carson Beck came in. But Stetson played Auburn, Kentucky, Tennessee, UAB, Charleston Southern, Missouri, Florida, Georgia State. He played those teams. Those are Stetson Bennett manageable games. Those are games he can win. But Alabama and I'm going to say this, because I said this before, Alabama is not a Stetson Bennett manageable game because Stetson Bennett is not a quarterback that you rally behind if you get behind. He is not a quarterback that will catch up to the level of the score, or just he will not catch up to the score if they get behind. And we've seen that with Alabama. Last year we saw it with Florida last year, when Florida was a much better team last year with Kyle Trask and Kyle Pitts and all them, Kadarius Toney, all them, Florida was a much better team. And it's the same thing. When Bennett got behind, he couldn't rally. He couldn't. And we saw the exact same thing this past Saturday. And, the game feels like it's been weeks since this game was played, but it was just a few days ago. I've pretty much I've said my piece to people I know in person. But the main thing I keep seeing, Georgia fans are so divided right now on this whole QB situation because half of them want JT. They're done with Stetson. The other half will say, well, Stetson doesn't play defense, and so it's not really Stetson's fault. I'm gonna clarify some things for some people. I'm gonna put some knowledge in your noggin. Look, I'm gonna put some knowledge on this team. All right, Georgia is a good team. Stetson Bennett is good to an extent. Last time I checked, we were up 10-0 going into the second quarter. Georgia dominated the first quarter of the game. The second quarter, Alabama scored 24 points. Georgia scored 7. It was 24-17 at half, a one-score game. This was actually the first time Alabama was actually leading at the half in the last four meetings. It's the first time they're actually leading at the half. I was blown away. I couldn't believe it. But Alabama scored on the 4 possessions straight. They scored 3 touchdowns and a field goal. 4 straight possessions. And because the game was 17-10, and Georgia tied it with like 2 minutes left to go in the second half, and Alabama went down there and scored that touchdown, make it 24-17. And that's kind of that was actually like that last year. Georgia had 2 minutes left, and then they scored the touchdown, and they were up 24-17 last year in this game. It was just swapped. And so that touchdown really gave Alabama a lot of momentum going to the second half. But Stetson Bennett really got rocky in that second quarter. And everybody says, well, Stetson Bennett didn't give up the 41 points. No, he did not give up the 41 points. But when you go 3 and out 5 times in a row, I don't care if we're playing Alabama or Auburn or Texas. They're going to score a touchdown or two in those 5 or 6 possessions you go 3 and out. Because when your defense is forced to stay on the field for almost an entire quarter, and they're not getting it rotated out, because we rotate guys every play, it seems. We rotate every 2 plays, it seems like, on defense. With the linebackers, D linemen, they'll rotate out. And you can't get them off the field, you're getting scored on. I don't care who you're playing. Now, if you're playing Vandy, UConn, Kansas, if you're Texas, you might get scored on. But if UConn and Vandy and Nebraska, you might can survive going 3 and out 6, 7 times in a row. But Alabama, no. You don't want to do that against Alabama. And that's what Stetson did. He went 3 and out. Now, who's good on third downs? JT Daniels. Who's good at extending drives with his arm? JT Daniels. And so the second quarter fell apart. There was 24 points scored in the second quarter. So, yes, the defense gave them up, obviously. But when you go 3 and out 5, 6, 7 times in a quarter, you're going to give up points. And I don't care that the defense gave up 6 points, averaging 6 points a game. I don't care. Look at the offenses we played. The best offenses we played was probably Arkansas, Auburn, Tennessee. Those were the best offenses we played. It's what it is. Now, I will say there was some busted coverages on defense. The secondary did kind of fold a little bit in that game. And that was another concern of mine coming into this season was the secondary. And that's the main thing I was worried about all offseason was the secondary. And then when I heard we were getting these transfers in, and Keely Ringo was going to be a starter, I kind of eased a little bit. Like I said, I've not been sold on secondary all year. And, they got torched. Alabama did have more rushing yards than Georgia, but it wasn't by much. It wasn't like they had 200-something rushing yards. They had like 80, 90 yards rushing. That's nothing. But Stetson Bennett, just not a comeback quarterback. And that's why I said, I said a video, I said, Stetson, if Alabama scores over 24, Georgia's not winning the game. I said that like a month and a half ago or a month ago when I was making that video. I was making a video talking about the QB controversy like I am now because it's continuing. So, I don't know. But what I can tell you is JT Daniels, we need him. Now, we need him in a way that people are not really understanding. Yes, if we beat Michigan, which I think Georgia's going to beat Michigan, Michigan is nowhere on the level of Alabama offensively. And Michigan's defense is probably better than Alabama's defense. So, let's say Georgia, Alabama replay each other in the national championship. You're going to need JT Daniels. And you're going to need him. Because I can almost guarantee you it is going to be a exact same results from the secondary. But I feel like it could be a little different. There were certain players out there that should not have been out there in the secondary. William Poole. Why was he out there? Why was Dan Jackson out there? These are two dudes that were getting burnt in coverage against the lesser inferior teams. So what do you think Jamison Williams and John Mechie's going to do to them? Make them look like they're playing middle school players. So they don't need to be out there. Christopher Smith needs to be out there. Lewis Sane needs to tighten up a little bit. Keely Ringo did all right. Deion Kendrick did okay. I mean, those guys just got tightened up a little bit. They know what they need to do now. They played against Jameson Williams, so they played against one of the best wide receivers in the league in the college football. So they know how to play him. It's just, can you cover him? So, but the reason we need JT is it's going to be a shootout. That's the only way you're going to beat Alabama is in a shootout. You're not going to blow them out. I don't care how good Georgia's defense is. You're not going to blow them out. If Georgia defense, if you would have told me Georgia beats Alabama when Alabama only scores 14 points, well, I would say Georgia won 17-14, or they would have won 16-14, or they would lose 14-10, or be like maybe 20-14. It would not be 31-17, 38-17, 38-14. It would not be a game like that. No. It's going to be okay. This game could be 10-7 final score. It could be like the Clemson game. I don't know. We should be thankful Clemson didn't have an offense because DJ Uiagalelei, DJ DJ Uiagalelei, something like that. He is doo-doo. So, yeah, what it is. But we need JT to compete in a shootout. That's why we need him, because JT is a shootout quarterback. He is a guy you want in those situations. Simple. And so we don't have explosive running backs. If we had Sony Michel and Nick Chubb, I wouldn't be worried because he just handed the ball. One of them break out 50-yard run, 60-yard touchdown run. I mean, it happens every game. We haven't had explosive backs since Sony Michel and Nick Chubb. And the last year they played was that year of the national championship. And ever since in 2018, 2019, 2020, the offense was bland all 3 years. We had Jake Fromm for 2 years. We had Stetson Bennett for 1 year. 2019 was one of the worst offenses I've seen from Georgia. Now, I think that's when James Coley was still the offensive coordinator. And, that was Georgia was like only averaging like 20-something points a game, kind of like what Clemson was doing right now. But the defense was only giving up, like, I think, high teens, like 19 points. I seen somewhere that the 2019 defense was one of the best defenses that year. But the offense just didn't score a lot, so it really didn't make it look good. So, yeah, the offense really just didn't score a whole lot. So, like, we won a bunch of games that year, like 20-something to 10. Like, we had a bunch of games. Like, we played, I think we played Notre Dame that year in Athens. We beat them like 24-17 or 24-21. We beat a couple of teams like 21-10. Like, Texas A&M was like 19-16 or something weird like that. I mean, we won games, but they were just like such low scoring, close games. And we had that one loss to South Carolina that went 4-8. That was a garbage game too. Then we went on to play the greatest LSU team in history. Well, I don't know, but we need JT Daniels. Now, will he start? If I was a betting man, I would say we're not ever going to see JT Daniels on the field ever again if I was a betting man. If JT does not play in the if JT does not start against Michigan, you're not seeing that man. And you're not seeing him. JT Daniels is probably going to transfer. Where would he go? I have no idea. I don't think he'll go back to USC. I don't. JT Daniels, he reminds me of a Big 12 quarterback. That's where I can see him going to a team in the Big 12, but I could really see him playing the ACC though. Like, I really could see him going to, like, North Carolina or Pitt. You know, those two teams are going to need quarterbacks. Sam Howell and Kenny Pickett, I believe, are leaving. So, if he went to one of them teams, would be phenomenal. What would really piss me off is he went to like an SEC team. He went to, especially an SEC East team. That would piss me off. That would. If he goes anywhere, I hope he goes out of conference, but we'll see. I believe Carson Beck's gone. Carson Beck's going to transfer. He's done. But, you know, next year, I don't know what we're going to do next year. But all I got to say is if we beat Michigan with Stetson Bennett, and let's say we win the game convincingly somehow, then, okay, we go on and play, and we lose to Alabama the same way we lost the first time with Stetson Bennett and JT don't even play, I think somebody needs to answer some questions at that point because that makes no sense. JT Daniels, he should have started the second half. He should have started the third quarter. Because, you know, Stetson threw the pick and the pick six. You take away the pick and the pick six, you could add, let's say that's 2 potential Georgia touchdowns. It's 14 points you could add. And that's 7 take away off of Bama. So Bama now has 30. So they have the field goal. So they have 34. Add the 14. Tied ball game. 34 game. If they don't get that pick six and Georgia scores 2 touchdowns on the 2 pick plays. And if you look at the fumble that Georgia could have got, it's a 34-34 ball game. It's anybody's game. It's not, but Alabama won this game off the turnovers, and that's what I said. I think I said that in my prediction. But turnovers, you cannot turn the ball over against Alabama. You can't. You cannot turn the ball over against Alabama. That is literally like this team right here running the ball in their own 10-yard slot. 8 plays and can't even score a touchdown to win a Big 12 championship. Just like this right here. This face mask right here is literally about the length that football would have been to winning a Big 12 championship. Literally. That was one of the most heartbreaking losses I've seen. And I wasn't even a fan of either team. I felt that. That sucks. I would have hated, if I was an Oklahoma State fan, that would have been a gut-wrenching. That to me would have been equivalent. It's nowhere near as important. It's very much equivalent to when Alabama won the national championship a couple years ago in the overtime play. You know, and that was a blown coverage play too. I believe his name is Malcolm Parrish, number 14. That dude went off the radar after that game, man. That dude disappeared. He had been getting burnt all year long too. And man, it was a blown play. And that's what sucks, is it wasn't a really earned pass. It wasn't a contested pass. It was a busted coverage pass. And that's what sucks about it. But dude buddy right here, I'm talking like that far, man, that far from winning a Big 12 championship. Man, I thought he got it. I did. I mean, it was so close, man. I thought he got it. I saw the replay and I was like, that dude's like that, man. Just that right there to the playoff. Just think, about 6.5 inches. It's all you needed, man. That running back, Oklahoma State, don't know his name. I think he's a good. I know his name, but I can't think of it. He literally was 6.5 inches away from the playoff, and he might have put Georgia at 5. You know what's funny is if Oklahoma State did win, and they did make the 4th spot, let's say Georgia was 5th, I'm pretty sure Georgia would end up playing Notre Dame in a bowl game. Oh, I would have loved that, boy. We'd have tore the bejeebus out of them boys. But I'm done talking about the QB stuff. That's just kind of why I've been wanting to make this video. I'm in my house. This is my Georgia room. This is my first night in my own house. Finally moved in. We closed on this house a month ago, and finally moving in. In my last video I talked about this, the face masks, the teams. Well, I got some in today. I got 9 of them. 9 of them. I think I got some down here. I gotta figure out how to get them hung up. But I bought 41 teams. These were on clearance. So the reason why I bought these and kind of start collecting these is because I really want to collect the mini helmets, but I don't feel like spending like $3,000. So I believe I am getting a couple of the Georgia ones for Christmas. This is just the regular Georgia helmet. I bought this one off Fanatics. There's like 4 of them, I think. There's this one. There's like the Revolution shiny one. There's a black and white one, and then there's a solid black one and a camo one. So there's 5 that I know of that they make. I've seen some custom ones on eBay, but I don't know. I'd like to get all the Georgia helmets. There is a couple helmets I'm looking at, though, on eBay. What I like in a helmet, let me just say, I wanted to start with all the SEC teams. I wanted to buy all 14 SEC teams because that's the conference that I like and start there. But honestly, I really don't like any of the helmets. I mean, I like this one because this is my team, man. This is my team, the Dogs. But some of the helmets that I do like, I found a Missouri helmet that I like, though. And I also like Eastern Carolina. I love that helmet, the black and purple. I love black and red. Anything with black looks good. Anything. It's black and purple. The purple face shield. And it's got the pirate logo is so cool, too. You don't see too many pirate logos. So, I don't know. I might buy some. Who knows? But, yeah. I'll show you these masks, too. But like I said, I bought 41 teams. So, these are what came in. I got some more coming in tomorrow. There's they separate them in like 7 packages. But, yeah, let's check them out. So, we got Nebraska. Now, I love the way these are packaged. This is perfect for displaying them. These, on the other hand, these are 3 packs. And there's like this parch paper in there. And what I did was I just took it out and put the main one. So there's 3 of them in there. And this made the main logo. I know it looks kind of weird. But we got Kansas, Texas Tech, Colorado, Texas A&M, Oklahoma State, and Oklahoma State's little brother, Oklahoma. We got the Arizona Wildcats and Nebraska Cornhuskers. A lot of Big 12 teams. I got 4 of them? Yeah, 4 of them up here. Colorado's a Pac-12 team, and I believe Arizona is Pac-12 and Nebraska's Big 10. But yeah, man, I love the way these are packaged, though. This is perfect for hanging them up and displaying them. And I do have some more like this kind. The majority of the ones I got are like this. But I do have some like this. These are a 2-pack. These are pretty cool too. This is Wyoming. Whee! Cowboys! But these came with like a cardboard hook at the top. You can see where I ripped it. I wish I didn't do that because now I can't even hang these up. For some reason, I was thinking I could do something and it didn't work out. So this other team I got, the Idaho Vandals. For some reason, I thought this team was still a D1 school, and that's why I got it. I would not have gotten this if I knew it was a D2 school. But they're in the Big Sky Conference. Apparently, they left the Sun Belt in 2017. So 2018 was their first year in the Big Sky, I think. So I didn't know. It's been a while since I've heard anything about Idaho. But and you know, it's what it is. But you might be asking, you might be thinking, Why do you have all these face masks? Why did you order 41 teams? Like I said, I would love to collect the mini helmets. I think they're cool. I think it's a cool way to collect the teams. But you might say, how much money did you spend? I literally, look, these things are all on clearance on fanatics.com. Like, I bought them when they were 79 cents and $1. And they've been going down. Now, I've been looking at the Georgia face masks about a month or two ago, and they were still like $4 or $5 a pack. But since I bought these, they dropped down to $1/4 a pack. And now they don't have all of them. Like some of these teams, they don't even have on the site no more. But like they still got some of these on there. Like I think they still got the Georgia ones. They're down to 24 cents a pack, and they retailed for $25 about a year or two ago. A year ago when COVID was real big, they were at $25 a pack. Now, the reason I've heard that these actually are terrible masks, and I actually tried this on, just to try one of them on, and they're kind of tight. They're the strap that goes around. There's two straps that go around the back of your head. They're kind of tight, but it's what it is. Like I said, I got some packs coming and whatnot, but if y'all have any ideas how to display, like if I were to open these and display them on the wall somehow, you got any ideas, open to it, but I think it's pretty cool. But like I said, I just wish they were all like this. This would be perfect. This would be clean. But this right here, I mean, it ain't too bad. I mean, it ain't too bad, I guess. But, yeah. But I might start buying some helmets, though. I might, honestly. Yeah, when I got this, I ordered this helmet not really knowing what to expect. And I've seen videos about them and stuff, but super dope. Super dope, man. I think it's cool. So I think I'm getting another one for Christmas. My fiance, I told her about me looking at some of the helmets, and she said, do not buy any helmets. She kind of gave me that look. That look means she gave me a helmet. One of the Georgia helmets. I don't know which one. I wish I knew. But she ain't going to tell me. So, yep. So the masks are pretty cool. I'm getting some more tomorrow. I think the last day is December the 17th will be the last day they come in. So we'll see. Pretty cool though. Had this whole wall kind of covered right here, and I can poke fun at the teams that I got and stuff. And yeah. So yeah, the helmets. I mean, I might start buying some helmets. Just buy one every once in a while. So, but yeah, that's the video. Will JT start against Michigan? That's the question today. Wrong answers only in the comment section. Peace.